I'm talking to Denny Hoskins this morning, Secretary of State. We get an update from him each month. I know it's kind of on an odd day, but this is when we're doing it. So let's welcome Denny. How you doing?
Great. Good morning, Fawn. How are you?
I'm good. How's your red jacket?
The red jacket's doing good. It's on this morning and ready to rock and roll here in Jeff City today.
Oh, Lord, I don't know how you guys do it, dealing with these people every day. I would just lose my mind. This whole fake Trump letter right now and just all the liberal outlets that are just so cutthroat against conservatives and don't even care if things are true. They just run with it and then worry about it later. It's just driving me crazy.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a lot of crazy things going on, including, Trump's cleaning up D.C. and deployed the National Guard.
Thank God.
Yes, and it's really cut down on crime there. But then you have these other big cities like Chicago, and they're like, no, we don't want any of your help. We'd rather let the people of Chicago die and be murdered and have this huge homicide rate.
That's just the professional protesters, Denny. You go ask the actual people. They're like, please come. Please come.
Yes, that's right. No, I agree. Yeah, they need help.
Yeah.
They need help.
How dare Trump hate murder? How dare he? How dare you come in here and tell us we can't murder each other? Who do you think you are, the president? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's insanity that they are this upset about it. There's something wrong with their brains. Anyway,
I agree.
So that's not really why we're here today, but that's just been something I wanted to spit out at you for a while. You do support what he's doing, right?
Most certainly. I support 100% what he's doing, trying to clean up and make the United States safe again, make it safe again to go into downtown Chicago, make it safe to be out in Washington, D.C. and things like that. So I'm most 100% on board.
I hope it's not short term, and I hope they go to St. Louis and Memphis. I hope they hit them both.
Yes.
Not going to lie. All right. And no wonder Monkey says that all the time. I just realized I say it all the time. All right. Special session. What's going on? I know everybody's like, you're gerrymandering with the districts, even though that's the Democrats' idea. They conceived of it, and now when someone else does it, it's a horrible, horrible reflection of no values towards being fair.
Right. So, back in Democrats were ahead of the game as far as Republicans were in 2022. In 2022, I fought for a 7-1 map, 7 Republicans, 1 Democrat, myself and a few other conservative senators and state reps, and they called us crazy and right-wing lunatics and things like that. Well, when we look at Illinois had the most gerrymandered map to get more Democrats in office. Yes. Mm-hmm. And states like California, I don't remember exactly what their congressional delegation is, but let's say they had 50 congressmen. They had like 40 Democrats and 10 Republicans. And then there's some other states, I believe Maryland and a few other states that don't have any Republican representation. And so Democrats really seized that opportunity in 2022. Number one, they did that. They gerrymandered the maps in order to get as many Democrats they could. And then number two, they inflated their census rolls in order to get more representation in blue states. And here's how they did it. So Missouri, we're not a sanctuary state. So we do not want illegals in here. We want to make sure that only citizens, or those here that are supposed to be here legally were counted in the census. Mm-hmm. In blue states like California, they counted everybody. They counted homeless. They counted the illegals to inflate their census numbers, which means they get more representation in Congress and in D.C. than we do in states like Missouri. And so, Missouri, some Republicans, we were just behind the 8 ball in 2022, and now we're trying to correct that and fix that in 2026. So the House should pass a bill today to redistrict in order to give us a chance at a 7-1 map, 7 Republicans and 1 Democrat. Mm-hmm. And most certainly, I am definitely in support of that. I think Missourians, we have much more in common with a Speaker Mike Johnson from Louisiana than we would if the Democrats take control and we have a Speaker Hakeem Jeffries or a Speaker Nancy Pelosi or something like that. So I'm 100% on board.
I think she's a sock puppet. I can't believe that woman is still in the House. That's crazy to me. All right, so This gerrymandering, for all you Democrats who have crapped the bed and talked about, oh, well, they're just on the people's time, living it up in Illinois, hanging out with Pritzker, probably eating way too much by the looks of him, and just having a good time hiding from their duties in Texas. Meanwhile, Jasmine Crockett, one of the most foul people I've ever seen in my entire life about things she doesn't even understand. Did you notice when they say something to her about something she doesn't understand, she just says, I'm not going to mess with him. That's what she just throws that out there. Ugh, boy.
Yeah, she's also got several different dialects. Depending on who she's talking to, she will change her voice and everything else. It's I'm definitely not a fan of
she got that from Hillary.
Congresswoman Crockett.
She's probably got hot sauce in her purse too, just like Hillary. All right,
Probably.
So we don't want people to vote in our country who are not here legally. They are not citizens.
That's right.
They do not have that right. It is in the Constitution, and if it isn't, we need to put it in there now. It is in there. You have to be a citizen of the United States because we're a sovereign nation.
That's right. That's right. We've had actually voters passed that. They changed the Missouri Constitution last November and changed it from any citizen can vote to only citizens can vote. However, still, we don't have a requirement here in Missouri that you have to provide proof of citizenship to vote. You just check a box and say, yep, I'm a citizen. So we've been working with the Trump administration and the SAVE database, and so we can, we're in the first phases of that where we've sent some of our voter rolls, people that are registered to vote here in the state of Missouri to compare with the SAVE database to see if there are any, number one, illegals on there, or number two, there could be somebody that is here legally, they have a green card, but they're not a citizen, and you can't vote if you're not a citizen. So working with our local election authorities, our county clerks and things, now we're up to over 200,000 ineligible voters that we've taken off the voter rolls here in the state of Missouri. And that includes over 45,000 deceased voters and over 5,000 felons. And so I know that's been a huge thing with the Trump administration as far as making sure that, hey, only eligible voters are on the voter rolls, and that's something that I've been running with since I took office in January.
Well, it's a no-brainer, dude. I mean,
right.
Come on, dead people are still on the voter rolls. Why? And you know what's weird? Some of them vote.
Yes.
That's the one that cracks me up. It's like, and Papa Frank, he's been dead for 17 years. He just voted again.
Yeah, we've actually, we're working to make sure we gather evidence, but I think we do have some evidence of
nefarious activity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Missouri voters that died in 2022 or 2023, but were actually voted in the November 2024 election. So
we need to have cameras at the election booths then, so you can go back and see who voted in their place and lock them up.
Right. Do you have any zombies walking around down there?
Actually, yes, we do. I'm not gonna lie. We see, that is where Monkey got it, because I just said it again. All right, so I have a 9-year-old at my house who says, I'm not going to lie all the time. And I was like, why do you say that? He goes, because you do. Right. I'm just realizing I say it all the time. All right. Yeah. So I'm thinking that we probably do, but I don't think they know how to vote. But the bottom line here is to tell somebody you're too stupid to get an ID. You're too stupid to know how to vote. You're too stupid to prove you're a citizen. What a slap in the face. I know 10-year-olds who know how to do this. It's silly to say that's keeping people from voting by proving that you are a citizen. It's silly. It's silliness. And if you go ask somebody on the street, they'll probably look at you sideways.
Right. Exactly.
I know I would.
Certainly.
I'd probably hit you. I'm just saying. All right. So with all that being said, we're fixing it.
Yes, we're fixing it. We're fixing and working with the Trump administration to make sure that we take off all the dead people. In Missouri state statute, it just says that we will regularly audit the voter rolls, but regularly is not defined. And so that could be once a day, once a week, once every 10 years for the census. But it's definitely been a focus of my administration here in Jeff City, and as well as the Trump administration, is to make sure that only eligible voters are on the voter rolls.
Okay. Well,
sounds so simple.
It's simple. It's completely simple. And if we need to, as taxpayers, I am willing to pay for them to get that.
Yes.
I'm willing to I'll foot the bill on that. I'd rather do that than have ridiculous stuff going on. Nobody who's here illegally should be voting. Nobody here who is illegally, who is not on asylum or who is not here on a work visa should stay. And I hate to say it because I know some illegals who are here in town, and I absolutely adore them. They are wonderful people, and I hate that they didn't do it the right way and that they have to go, but they have to go.
Right.
I hate it, but they have to go. I mean, it's the law. It would be like
it is.
All of a sudden, 70 miles an hour. Who cares? Do 150. There's no reason to follow the laws in this country.
No, I agree with you.
Sorry, I've had too much coffee this morning. All right. So, the mail-in voting thing.
Yes.
I'm going crazy arguing with people about this. I'm like, there is absentee balloting. There is nothing stopping you if you are incapacitated from voting. You just have to make a phone call or an email.
That's right. And so Trump has come out against mail-in voting. And so we're in pretty good shape here in Missouri. The only reason that you can get mail-in voting is here in the state of Missouri is, number one, you have to have a valid excuse, okay? And
like
so
you're
you
in
request,
the military.
Yes, you're in the military, something like that. And then you can call or email and request an absentee ballot. Then once you fill out that ballot, that local election authority sends you that ballot, then most of the mail-in ballots here in the state of Missouri have to be notarized. So you have to go to a notary and say, hey, yes, I'm Denny Hoskins, and I've got this absentee ballot. They check it with a notary, and then if I was voting absentee, with a mail-in ballot, once I mailed that back in, then they look at the signature as well. So they look at my signature to compare that to my actual voter registration. And so we have a lot of safeguards as far as mail-in ballots. Now, some of the states, I believe it's 8 states plus Washington, D.C., for every election, they just automatically mail every registered voter a ballot. And then they also have ballot drop boxes. So you can drop in other states. We ban those here in the state of Missouri, no ballot drop boxes. But in other states, they've seen fraud and discovered fraud where, you got somebody that would come up and drop 30 mail-in absentee ballots into one ballot drop box and things like that.
Well, when the vote goes up at 3 a.m. like gas prices under Biden, there's a problem.
Exactly.
It happened at 3 a.m. Trump's winning in a county, and then 300,000 votes came in at 3 a.m. and we don't know where they came from. There were a lot of discrepancies and a lot of ridiculous things. But mail-in voting is still a thing if you have a good reason. It's not going away completely. It's just not going to be the norm. And guess
That's
what?
right.
Voter turnout percentages are so stinking low anyway that if we could get the people who are allowed to vote to get off their butts and go vote, we could maybe get something done in this country, and the ones yelling the loudest are the ones who don't do it.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Denny, how do people get a hold of you if they want to yell at you instead of me?
Yeah, they can follow me on Twitter or X. It's at DL Hoskins, or I've also got a Secretary of State account on Twitter and Facebook, and then our website is sos.mo.gov.
Wear that red coat with pride and go get 'em, Tiger.
I will.
All right. Thanks, Denny.
Thanks, Vaughn.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too.